One Piece is jam-packed with unanswered questions and mysteries, not to mention a spread of secretive characters. And we have to start off with a fan theory about the relationship between the Tenryubuto, also known as Celestial Dragons, and the D Clan. The Celestial Dragons and the D Clan have a deep-rooted connection that traces back to the Void Century. Celestial Dragons are known for their acceptance of slavery, which likely sparked a rebellion among their own slaves, leading to the formation of the D Clan. Despite gaining freedom, the D Clan remains a target for the Celestial Dragons even today. Given the Celestial Dragons' tendency to hold grudges, it's not unlikely for them to resent the descendants of those who rebelled against them centuries ago. So, this theory seems pretty reasonable. This next one is horrifying. Ever thought about how Big Mom has so many kids? I mean, she's got 85 of them. There's gotta be something behind that, right? Well, what if Big Mom uses her soul fruit powers to mess with her kids' lifespans? Like, she trades years of their lives for a faster birthing process. If this is the case, it means all her kids are probably gonna kick the bucket early. Sorry to the fans of those Katakuri-loving dudes. They might not stick around till the end of the story. I know it sounds wild, but for someone as twisted as Big Mom, it could be true. These were just two wild One Piece theories, but you'll have to stay until the end because there's one more theory coming up that might just blow your mind. Stay tuned until the end to find out if the Celestial Dragons are truly ancient astronauts after all. And since there are plenty of theories about those jerks, there's this theory about the Celestial Dragons' marine top dogs. Fujitora and Akainu is intriguing. Throughout the show, they didn't have many conversations, but one in chapter 712 caught attention. Fujitora referred to Akainu informally as Sakasen, which was unexpected given Akainu's high rank as Fleet Admiral. This led many, myself included, to speculate they might be related, possibly brothers. Further research, including a One Piece data book, suggests they know each other, well supporting this theory. Additionally, after the Dressrosa incident, Akainu's punishment for Fujitora was relatively mild, just barring him from marine bases until he captured Luffy and Law. This leniency contrasts with what would likely be a harsher punishment for any other admiral who embarrassed the world government similarly. Talk about the world government, which keeps many secrets, including one involving the frozen giant straw hat. This secret artifact seems a lot like Luffy's hat from chapter 906. Remember during the Dressrosa arc, when Doflamingo talked about Mary Jawa's big secret, saying it would rock the world if it got out? Well, there's nothing saying for sure that the secret is the giant straw hat, but that scene came right after. Some fans think this hat might be the ancient weapon Uranus because of Doflamingo's words. Now, Doflamingo isn't just the former warlord that fans have a wild theory about him and One Piece. In chapter 1044, we learned that Luffy's devil fruit is the mythical Zoan type Hito Hito Nomi model Nika, contrary to its known name for the past 24 years as the Gomu Gomu Nomi. This revelation sparked curiosity about other devil fruits that might not have reached their full potential. Boa Hancock's devil fruit, the Mero Mero Nomi, led me to explore further. Drawing parallels with the legend of the three Gorgon sisters from Greek mythology, I noticed intriguing similarities. Boa Sandersonia and Marigold can transform their hair into snakes, resembling the Gorgons. Hancock's ability to turn people into stone bears resemblance to the Gorgon's power. This led to a theory. What if Hancock's devil fruit is also a mythical Zoan type, like Luffy's? If so, its name could be Hebi Hebi Nomi Model Gorgon or Hito Hito Nomi Model Gorgon. This would grant her control over snake-like features and the ability to turn individuals into stone with her gaze, akin to the Gorgon sisters. These connections offer intriguing possibilities, adding depth to the One Piece story. Whether this theory holds true remains to be seen, but it presents an interesting perspective on devil fruits and their origins. The next warlord with a fan theory I found is a crazy one. Dracula Hawkeye's Mihawk is shrouded in mystery, and fans are curious about his parentage. Though there's no proof, many speculate that Mihawk's parents might be Silver's Rayleigh and Shakuyaku. Mihawk's fashion sense resembles Shakuyaku's, and there are hints linking his birth name to Rayleigh. Plus, if we do the math, Rayleigh would have been 35 and Shakuyaku 21 around Mihawk's birth, making the theory seem believable. Well, if this theory is true, then we'll need to thank Really San to produce the world's strongest swordsman and also trains our boy Luffy in unlocking his hockey potentials that helps Closer to achieve his dreams. Speaking of Luffy's dream, we're still in the dark about its full scope. Sure, we know he's determined to find the One Piece, but that's just part of it. Only the Straw Hats and Sabo are privy to Luffy's true goal. However, some One Piece fans speculate that Luffy's dream involves throwing a worldwide party. It kind of makes sense if you think about it. After every battle, the Straw Hats celebrate, and each time, the party gets bigger. Plus, Oda himself enjoys drawing party scenes, so what better way to wrap up the series than with the ultimate bash? Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Another mentor figure for Luffy, who inspired him to become a pirate, is the leader of the Red Hair Pirates. Shanks has remained a mysterious figure for a long time, sparking numerous theories about his past, hinted at in One Piece film Red, and even speculation about his romantic life and potential children. Some fans have even gone as far as to suggest that Shanks might actually be a villain. However, there are other theories floating around about what Shanks might be truly up to, with one of the most convincing ideas centering on his observation haki. It's believed that Shanks possesses an exceptional ability to see further into the future than most, possibly due to his observation haki or extensive travels. He likely knows far more than he reveals, and his seemingly shady actions could be aimed at maintaining a delicate balance of power and preventing potentially catastrophic events from unfolding, possibly linked to a hidden history that could trigger a major conflict. Now, let's shift our focus from red-haired Shanks back to one of the Straw Hat Pirates, the cruise cook known as the Black Leg. Sanji's fire-based powers have always intrigued fans, especially considering they were explained as simply being a result of his spinning at high speeds, generating friction to heat up his legs. But what if there's more to it than that? My theory is that Sanji might actually be genetically modified to be a Lunarian by his father. At first, this idea might seem far-fetched, but there are some key points that support it. Sanji's father, Judge, was involved in illegal weapon development with Dr. Vegapunk and Queen. During this time, he learned about lineage factor, a method of creating life itself, which he later used to modify his children while Sanji's mother, Sora, was pregnant. Here's where it gets interesting. The world government once captured King, a Lunarian, and experimented on him due to his unique powers. It's plausible that Judge somehow obtained Lunarian DNA from the world government and used it on Sanji during his modifications. Now, you might be thinking that Sanji's modifications were unsuccessful because he didn't lose his emotions or gain any special abilities. But as we've seen with other modified individuals like Ryu, emotions can still be retained after these procedures. Perhaps Sanji's powers simply took longer to manifest than usual. Let's move on to another powerful pirate crew in the New World, the Blackbeard Pirates, led by their captain Marshall D. Teach. There's a theory circulating about Blackbeard potentially acquiring a third devil fruit, which would be a massive enigma considering he already possesses two. But if this theory holds true, it would make a lot of sense, as it suggests that Blackbeard is actually three different people inhabiting one body. There's plenty of evidence to support this notion. Firstly, it could explain Blackbeard's inconsistent behavior. He can be cowardly one moment and recklessly brave the next, appearing intelligent in one scene and foolish in the next. Additionally, his swift betrayal of Whitebeard's crew after finding the devil fruit he desired hints at a split personality. Imagine being part of a crew for your entire life and then turning on them without hesitation once you find what you're looking for. Furthermore, during encounters with Blackbeard, both Luffy and Zoro sense multiple individuals beyond just his crew members. While some interpret this as merely referring to his crew, others see it as confirmation of the theory of multiple personalities within Blackbeard. Lastly, there's the matter of Blackbeard's Jolly Roger, the only one known to feature 3 skulls. This detail adds weight to the theory. With so much evidence supporting it, many believe it's more than just speculation, it's likely true. You're familiar with the 5 elders, right? Ever wondered how old they are? Well, what if I told you they might be immortal? Hear me out. We don't know much about the Gorosei, but one thing supporting this idea is that they looked exactly the same 20 years ago in the O'Hara flashback. The only way they could pull that off is if they had access to the Opi no Mi and its ability to grant immortality. Other than that, there isn't much evidence to back this theory. Plus, appearances in anime can be tricky, so I'm not convinced this theory has a high chance of being true. Since we are talking about the 5 elders, we know they live in the Holy Land of Marijoa, where the celestial dragons also reside. Now hear me out, I found interesting theory about those pompous jerks. There's a theory floating around about One Piece going to space. Some believe that One Piece is actually located on the moon. According to this theory, the ancestors of the celestial dragons were space pirates, explaining why they resemble astronauts. These pirates supposedly attacked the civilization living on the moon, leading them to flee to Earth. They created the poneglyphs and started the enigmatic D clan, symbolized by the letter D resembling a half moon, suggesting descendants of the moon people. This could explain why the Ds are viewed as enemies of the world nobles. Now, how would this theory play out in the current storyline? Well, the treasure at Raftel would simply be directions left by the Moon Clan, guiding the discoverer to the moon where the real One Piece is hidden. So, if this theory holds true, we might see the Straw Hats journey to space to claim the treasure. It could also mean the return of Enel, who's been stuck on the moon for a long time. Even if this theory doesn't pan out, there are other possibilities. For example, the moon could be the ancient weapon Uranus, bringing Enel back into the story. Another possibility is Fujitori's devil fruit power. If pushed to his limits in battle, he might inadvertently use his gravity powers to bring a piece of the moon crashing down, accidentally summoning Enel to the battlefield. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to support my channel.